Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for the Giz Wiz is brought to you by CashFly at CACHEFLY.com.
It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1452, recorded January 22nd, 2014. Gaze into the window. This episode of the Giz Wiz is brought to you by lynda.com. Learn what you want, when you want, with access to over 2,000 high-quality online courses and training videos, all for one low monthly price. To try it free for 7 days, visit lynda.com/gizwiz. That's lynda.com/gizwiz. And by Audible.com. To download a free audiobook of your choice, go to audible.com/gizwiz.
And now, get ready for Dick.
We're back now with a better window, better than ever. It's time for the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D
And OMG Chad.
on Twit TV. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, growing, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now! Dickie D, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Wait a minute, my thrill cam.
Oh, my, oh gosh! Whoa!
Oh my word!
Whoa!
That was amazing, wasn't it?
That's is that your new gadget, the cause an earthquake gadget?
Yes, yes.
Crazy.
It's
Man.
amazing. It was amazing. You know, it's so funny because I asked them to edit the music. I noticed it's been edited so that your name is in the opening theme. And it turned out that it was originally written with your name in there, and they had to edit Leo's name in.
Oh, so they just used the original.
They went back to the original. Is that amazing?
I was wondering why it sounded so authentic.
It's
in the
amazing.
beginning.
Yeah, it is flawless.
Man, I'm glad that we work with such professional people to get that out every single week. I think they remake
we had
that.
to send out. It wasn't done in-house.
Right.
It was.
Oh, good.
It was done professionally. Oh, another person looking in the window.
Hey, come on over.
We need it.
She wants a
to have
picture.
an X so that they know where to stand.
Oh, wait, I'm confused. She wants a picture. Just come on over here. Here.
Okay.
And then you can see you're on the screen. There, you're on our show right now.
Which
Do you want a photo?
That we paid this person.
I think I did. Here. What were you saying? Do you want a photo?
Yeah, well, I was like on the phone talking to one of my friends. I'm like, there's two up there. What is
We're a television. Here, come on in. We're a television network. We just started our show called The Giz Wiz. What's your name?
I'm Shelly.
Shelly, nice to meet you.
Shelly, we were waiting for you.
We were, so now we can start the show. Okay. Do you want a photo? Is that what you were asking for?
Well, yeah, it was a trip. I was sitting in my car. I'm like, there's TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Shelly,
Here,
can you walk?
Liz will take.
Shelly, can you walk by the window where I am?
Say what?
Me? Oh, yeah.
No,
He's in New
Shelly.
York. Oh, Shelly. He wants you to go to New York and walk.
Okay.
Okay, Shelly. Okay.
Yeah, sure. The Patrick will take your photo. Galaxy S4.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. So he'll take that photo.
How awesome is this?
You have just doubled the size of our audience, Shelly.
Do you know where to push it?
You're getting a call. Oh, you're getting a call. You're getting a call. But it doesn't matter. Thank you so much, Shelly, for coming by.
Yeah, no.
And there you go.
No,
Thanks so much. You did a great job. You did a great job.
We tipped her outside.
Just kidding. Have a great day. Have a great day, Shelly. See ya. Okay, Dick, this week we got...
This is getting to be like the in-place of Petaluma.
The picture was blurry, Patrick is saying, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like a video photo booth.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the cars are pulling up. And people...
This is crazy. This is going to be the best feature of the show. I'm glad I teased it in the beginning.
Well, I think so. I think it's become a big in thing. No, you asked about New York. It's very cold. It was 7 this morning.
Well, it was 7 over here, too.
Yeah, 7
Two
over
of them.
what, 70?
77, yeah. We had double the weather that you had. children running across the street.
You know,
our CEO.
We should stop giving away those iPads because it is catching on.
We really should. Man, there's a torrent of folks coming to watch the show today. So the week, it's been cold in New York.
Yes, it is not going above freezing in the foreseeable future. So it is El Crapo here. We had 12 inches of snow yesterday. So the only thing, I don't have to shovel my walks, but Dennis and I had to go twice and shovel the boat.
Oh, so I was about to ask, what do you do with the boat when it's this cold?
Yeah, well, the boat stays in the water year-round. It's no problem. The problem with the boat is if you get too much snow on it, the weight can start pushing down on the water line, and then you have to worry that it could get low enough in the water that water could start coming back up through one of the overboard drains. So basically, you just go down and shovel it.
I'm imagining there's so much snow that it's like it's water, and your boat is basically sinking under the weight of water, frozen, which is just snow.
Frozen water. Fortunately, this is a very light snow.
Good.
So it was not too bad.
So this week we have more from CES. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. We have more videos, and we're going to do. I themed the first two. There are two different ways to get around town, and we're going to start with the Nitro electric bike.
You know, e-bikes, well, we're over at eFlow Bikes, and this is really a spectacular bike, and Rob's going to tell us a little bit about what we're seeing up there.
So this is the eFlow Flight. It's a new model for us for 2014. It uses a high-powered 500-watt hub motor and a 36-volt high-capacity battery pack in the seat tube to make sure the balance of the bike feels like a normal bike. It'll go 20 miles per hour in power on demand or throttle mode, but it'll go 28 miles an hour or 45 kph in what we call pedal assist mode, when the rider is actually aiding in making it go faster.
That is amazing. You know what? There's one slight drawback is in order to charge the battery, you have to find some out-of-work slump to actually pedal and power the bike. Luckily, we found Carson, who basically is unemployed, but we keep him around. Okay.
He's doing a great job.
He is. You know what? The thing is already up, filled up in about 8 minutes.
I think he's done it.
He's done it. What is a bike like this?
This bike retails for $4,000. The less expensive model retails for $3,500.
Amazing. And it's the only generator that wears a bow tie.
Anyway, so that particular model was $4,000.
Whoa!
Yes, I know. It is has 20 gear combination. Well, what's neat about it is you may not. Oh, you can see that's great in the still shot. So the battery and the seat. That post comes up. So you take the battery with the seat on it, like into the office or into a restaurant. So it makes it less attractive for someone to steal the bike.
Oh, okay, got it. I was like, so you could power your devices in the restaurant.
Oh, you know what? That is a great idea. You know, we should suggest they put a USB out.
Yeah.
You could pedal and charge your device. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
That would be a great idea.
And imagine backpacking. Like if you're going to go backpacking and instead of taking a huge battery or some other solar charger, as long as you bike to the place that you're going to go camping or whatever, you have a big battery that could power your devices. Absolutely.
Or just bring it over and let Karsten charge it up for you.
Absolutely. Just bring him along. Make sure he's invited.
Exactly. So it has a really nice little computer on the bike itself. It also shows you the state of the battery, the selected power levels, how much regenerative braking power you're putting back into the battery pack. So it's really for, someone who loves bikes and wants a top-notch bike for transportation. And the company that makes it is Curry Tech. So if you want to see the rest of their line, they're at currytech.com.
Now, is this technically called a moped? Because it also has an electrical motor and you pedal?
You know, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, you can go into power assist.
Right.
I think you can put it into letting the battery run the bike for you, but I think power assist is the way to go because you'll get much more capacity out of it. Let me see if they told me how far you could ride on one. I think it was 20 miles with battery power. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
It says real transportation at speeds up to 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers per hour, rider weight and rider input, you know, change. Flexible, you know, pod system lets you go from variable torque pedaling to boost to pure motor power via throttle for maximum enjoyment.
Yes, that would be as closest to the moped as you could get if you put it on. But I don't have how many miles you would go with that. And also, you're right. It really depends on the weight of the driver.
Right.
If you're on flat surface or going downhill.
Right. Well, that's really a neat thing. But $4,000, did you say?
Yes. Whew. Yes, $4,000. Now, contrast that with what I found next from Elio Motors for maybe $3,000 more than the bike, or less than $3,000 more than the bike. You can own a new car.
Whoa!
Johnny, show them.
And the Giz Wiz at CES Showstoppers. They told me there was a very basic kind of car here. I mean, this is really ridiculous. It's like Stone Age travel. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. This is it. Oh, that I remember Elio Motors. Hey, you know, I found someone to talk about the car. I found Paul Elio, and it's kind of funny because the name of the company is Elio Motors. What a coincidence. or are you involved with this?
Coincidentally, I am, yes.
Oh, okay. So tell us about this.
So its claim to fame is it gets 84 miles per gallon. We anticipate...
It's a gas car, not electric.
That's right, gas vehicle. 84 miles per gallon. We anticipate a 5-star crash rating and sticker price for $6,800. Built in Caddo Parish, Louisiana, just outside of Shreveport, and with 90% North American content. So it's truly an American project.
Okay, now is this car in production or?
No, we will start production in first quarter of 2015. We are accepting reservations right now, though.
And tell us about the motor.
So the motor is being developed for us by a company called IAV. They do the engine development for Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volkswagen, Bentley, Bugatti, Elio, and a bunch of others.
Okay. And, you know, I noticed there's only a door on one side.
It is a one door. So it had 2 doors for about a minute. So I did the initial bill of materials. I went and talked to my industrial design guys, and they're like, Paul, why do you got 2 doors? And I'm like, well, because I'm like, you're right. It only needs 1.
Okay. So the thing is, we wanted to do a joke earlier on about people coming through the car, and we found out that there's only 1 door. But now when we leave, there will be 2 doors. Okay. Paul, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Good luck with your adventure.
Thank you.
So it's crazy. So are they trying to reinvent the car industry with a
Well, you know, yes, they are. They are. The plant is going to be in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's an old GM plant. I don't know if it's totally up and running yet. They're gearing up for this car. As he said in the video, 84 miles per gallon on the highway, 49 in the city. It's a 3-wheel car. It's a 2-seater, but the passenger sits behind the driver. The dashboard, as you saw in that one shot, there's no Bluetooth and no automatic steering, and it doesn't park itself. But the price is $6,800, and I went online, and you have to leave a non-refundable deposit. Ooh. I think the minimum was $1,000 that you could leave, and as of January 15th, he had almost 7,600 people who had ordered the car. So you know, they must have a couple. I know they must have a couple up and running to already have a 5-star safety rating.
That's the thing that amazes me, because the first time that you know, the first shot of it, it was just like, I don't want to get caught in a car accident with that. Like, that's the thing that I want to avoid. is...
Well, you know, it might be like, what was that tiny, tiny little car, the smart car?
Yeah, that also...
You know, that you're probably more comfortable, like, driving around Petaluma in it or driving around your local town than... Although, it's supposed to do up to 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
I know. It comes with a 5-speed manual shift. There's an optional automatic shift. The engine is a 3-cylinder, 9-liter, 55 horsepower, fuel-injected, single overhead cam engine. Pretty amazing. You know, in outboard motors, I only noticed because in one of the press releases, it says for the price of an outboard motor, you can own a car. And they're not kidding. Like small outboard motors, like a 55 horsepower outboard motor is probably $6,000 to $7,000. So here you could get a 55 horsepower motor and like a free car.
Yeah, and it looks like it has AC. It has some sort of stereo system. Just because I saw that in the photos.
Yes.
It looks like it's, and of course it's only for one passenger. Oh, no, you said it was for two.
Yes, there's a jump seat in the back. So it's for two people. The one thing I didn't see or ask about is if there's any sort of a trunk. I mean, the engine's up front. You see, she's getting in. Maybe he'll...
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, you're not going to take. This is not a family car.
No,
okay?
no.
Right. Unless you have a wife who likes to be a backseat driver, then she would always only have the option of sitting behind.
Right.
You.
Right. But I mean, for that price, just buy two. Let your wife drive.
You're absolutely right.
You know,
you're absolutely right.
Very
so it's Elio Motors, EILO, ElioMotors.com. And like I said, almost 7,600 people are already in for this. The range has an 8-gallon tank, so you can go 672 miles on the one tank of gas.
Yeah, I don't know what to think. My first reaction is to laugh at it. Second reaction is go, huh. Maybe, and then you finally kind of land with like, sure, like that's all I need. Why do I have 6 seats in my car?
What do you drive?
I drive a Honda Civic. And
okay, so what kind of mileage do you get?
Around 27, you know, something like that.
Okay.
But sometimes I do. I look around and I feel guilty that I have 4 extra seats in my car. And there's no reason for it. You know, I'm just driving, and safety is the biggest factor for toning down to maybe a motorcycle or a much, much smaller car. And if they have that licked, I don't see why not.
I don't know. How much is a motorcycle?
They're around that price. They're around, I mean, obviously they range, but...
This would be like a motorcycle with a complete housing.
Right. And it's 3 wheels, so you don't have to get...
And training wheels. It's like a motorcycle with training wheels and a roof.
Right. And you don't have to get special licensing because it has the 3 wheels.
Right. And also, the guy said insurance would be way cheaper than insurance on a motorcycle because of the 5-star rating. So I think you should. I think you should sell your Honda and just buy a bunch of these.
You know, if it became available, I would happily go test drive it. It's not out of the question. You know, I do definitely want to test drive it before I decide, but definitely not out of the question.
You don't have $1,000 laying around to put...
The thing is, if I sold my Civic right now, I might be able to get around that cost of a... If that's MSRP, you know, and sure, they're probably going to have add-ons if you want actual seats in the car. It'll cost another $100 bucks.
And if you want the door closed,
right. If you want a glass windshield, it'll cost you some extra money. But
there's always those little things you might need.
Right.
Yeah. It has the speakers. Would you like the stereo for the speakers, or would you just like the speakers?
We have the It's pre-wired for speakers. You just add your own speakers.
Right. Exactly.
Well, we got one more gadget coming up from you, and of course my crap. But before we go any further, we have to thank lynda.com. Lynda, you know Lynda. They're the place for you to learn what you want. It's a new year, 2014. Why not learn something new with lynda.com? They have all sorts for you to learn and grow. Photography, audio and video editing, software skills. They have easy to follow video tutorials on lynda.com. You can learn at your own pace, on your own terms, from top industry experts. With a lynda.com subscription, members receive unlimited access to over 2,000 online video courses that cover a huge variety of software. And just because they have a lot of different things you can learn, it's not hard to find what you want. You can drill down by subject. If you have a specific thing like blogging that you want to learn, CAD, design. You can also drill down by software. Is there something that your job is requiring you to brush up on for you to learn new skills, or you just want to make sure that you're top-notch on your game? You can learn. I learned Dreamweaver. I personally, back in 2007, wanted to make my own website, went to lynda.com and learned how to use Dreamweaver. And it's funny, that website is still up and running. It looks really old because it was made in 2007, but I made it with Dreamweaver using lynda.com tutorials. You can go to thechadjohnson.com if you want to see that handmade site. They also always are updating their courses. They have new courses which include Foundations of Audio, EQing and Filtering, Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop Creative Cloud updates, and they also just added Up and Running with GoToMeeting. And one of the other things I like is it's super easy to search. They have transcripts of everything that the teacher teaches and says, and so you can easily search through if you're like, oh gosh, how do I apply that filter again? You can just search for it within the course that you're looking at, and you'll find where they talked about that in the course. I absolutely love lynda.com. Why don't you set a goal to learn something new in 2014 with lynda.com? Do it now. It's only $25 a month to access the entire lynda.com course library. Or you could spend $37.50 a month and you subscribe to the premium plan, which includes all the exercise files that the instructors use so that you can follow along with the instructors' projects using the exact same assets. You can try lynda.com right now with a free 7-day trial if you just want to check it out and make sure that what I'm saying is absolutely true, but I know that you will love it. Visit lynda.com/Giz Wiz. And that way you can access the entire library. That's over 2,000 courses for free for 7 days. They've also created some nice playlists, some suggested playlists and courses for you to get started. All of that is at lynda.com/GizWiz. Get started now. We thank lynda.com for their support of the Giz Wiz, and you should set a goal to learn something new with lynda.com. Okay, Dick?
Does Lynda have make your own gum?
You know, they might be able to hire me to teach that course.
I was thinking.
You know, I'm an industry expert on how to make my own gum.
The video. You have the video already.
Yep. Yep.
You know, just a couple of...
I don't know if our studio is as good as their studio. They may have a better studio, so I might have to re-record in their fancy space.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
But it's another opportunity for a couple of bucks.
It is. It is.
Okay. So, item number 3. As someone looking for make your own gum?
You may have.
All right. So, item number 3. So, Chad, what would you say if I said you could use your own DNA to unlock a website? Use DNA as your security password. What would you say to that, Chad?
Where would this DNA come from?
Well, you can't do it, so don't even think about it.
Okay, good.
Okay. But according to iLock, they have come up with a secure way to protect passwords second only to DNA, and it's called Myris, and here's more about it. Dick, you're on.
I'm growing sleepy. Oh, this is amazing. I can hardly keep my eyes open. All right, it has nothing to do with sleep, okay? This is really nifty. This is called iLock. And when I went by the booth, someone said, you know, this reads your eye. And I said, there are a lot of those out there. And then the young lady said, this reads both eyes. And Tony here is going to tell us the percentages of being able to break into a code that has one eye is like 1 in
1.5 million.
1 in 1, right? And now
a false accept rate, the wrong person being authenticated.
Okay, and if it reads both eyes?
Right, great question. iLock authenticates 2 eyes simultaneously. It's 1 in 2.25 trillion.
Wow. That's worse than the lottery. It's winning the lottery number.
300 times the population of the planet.
Wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit more about iLock. It just goes into USB?
Yeah, so this is called Myris.
Okay.
By iLock.
What do you have iLock up there and it's called Myris?
So iLock is the name of the company.
Okay.
Product name is Myris.
Myris, okay.
Myris is a USB.
Oh, Myris is like my iris?
Come on, you're good.
Okay, okay.
So that's exactly right. And it is very personal. And the reason why it's my iris, because your iris is different than anybody else in the world. Identical twins have different irises. It is the second most verifiable biometric. Only DNA is more accurate, okay?
Oh, okay.
So it's a big drop off after iris. You have fingerprint, you have palm vein and voice and face, etc. But iris, again, is really the most commercially available, feasible biometric solution.
Okay.
We're not going to use a cheek swab to log into our computer.
Okay,
right?
so...
Okay, so we're going to capture real-time video, roughly 20 frames per second. We're going to immediately convert that into a 2,000-bit stream. We're finding all of those 240 points in each eye to create your 2,000-bit stream. We're going to encrypt it. Then we're going to scramble that encryption, and now that's your template. That is stored on your Myris product.
Pepper on it.
Okay. Now I've already enrolled, and I have access privileges to this computer, so I'm literally just going to look at the camera. It authenticated me. It's going to turn green, and it has just unlocked my computer, only using my iris.
Okay, put it back into mode. And watch me be the 1 in 2 billion people. Is it set to go?
It's all set.
Okay. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. My name is Anthony. My name is Anthony. I got a blue. That doesn't help, right?
That means you're alive, and the camera has recognized that. Congratulations.
It's a step up. I'm alive. Okay. It retails for?
Under $300. We ship first half of the year.
First half of the year.
Correct.
And your website?
iLock.com. Sign up for the wait list. We'll keep you posted on when we're going to be shipping and taking pre-orders.
Perfect. Tony, thank you so much.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, and there you go. An amazing way to protect a password. What do you think?
I think it's better than making out with my computer and giving it my DNA. That's really amazing, and it looks like that's just almost like a normal webcam technology. Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, holding up a mirror, and I think the guy said, and you know, it's shooting video of your irises, which helps it. It shoots 240 points on each eye, so it's pretty hard to.
This is right out of science fiction. Exactly. I mean, this is amazing. This is,
you know, because I said, what if you held up a photo of the person?
Oh, that's a good point. That's right. Because in the video it said it's turning blue. It can tell you're alive.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
so you can't do video and you can't do a picture.
This is so fully baked. Do you think? I have no idea about the iris detection, network or.
I don't either. But I mean, just the fact that I couldn't fool it.
Right.
What more do you want?
Right.
A real person tried to fool it.
I wonder if this has been. I assume this is being used in other industries, and now this is sort of the first thing that I've really seen for the home. The other thing is
$300 is not that bad if you really need.
If you need iris level protection, if you need close to DNA style encryption, right?
Yeah. If you need something more than password as your password, this is a good step up.
Right. Inside my eye, you can see that.
Be careful, a truck is backing.
They're bringing in the Lagunitas. We're gonna get the beer. Oh no, come back.
Oh no, don't go.
Oh man.
Oh no. That was my surprise for you, Chad. It's kind of a welcome to hosting the Giz Wiz from the Brick House.
Oh, see, I think he said that he was looking for Rick's house
Oh, maybe that.
You spelled it a tiny bit wrong.
So close.
Darn. Well, now it's time for my crap.
Chad's crap. CC, we call it.
CC. I'm going to CC you on this piece of technology that I've been given. So this actually comes from a fan. He says, Chad, here is an interesting gizmo that you should do on the Giz Wiz. It was originally an Indiegogo project. The Tethercell is a Bluetooth. Well, here we'll get into what all it does.
Oh.
But check it out. And this is from Brian, and he sent this over. So this is what it is. It's the Tethercell. It's a battery, and this was an Indiegogo project. So if you back to the project, you got this. We have the widest shot
Chad,
for the smallest.
I'll just tell you a quickie thing. I think the last show I did with Leo, I said, for the Gadget Warehouse, I said, where is this?
Right.
I saw it a year ago, and I've not heard a word since.
You even have a blog post up on gizwiz.biz coming summer 2013 to a device near you, a remote-controlled AA battery.
Yes,
and it shows it. Absolutely. So it's shipped. Thanks so much to Brian for sending it over to me. And you open it up, and it's very, very simple. Inside, you get a battery. They just gave you a battery to work with. This is just an Amazon Basics AAA battery. And you also get I keep calling it the Tethercell. It's actually called the Tethercell. I don't know why I keep calling it the Tethercell.
Because it's hard to say
Tethercell. And so this little sleeve is what you put your battery into. And basically underneath this plastic covering, there is enough gadgetry to create a Bluetooth signal. And then you take your AAA battery and put it in. And now it's the size of a AA battery. Now over on your smartphone, you go ahead and open up the Tethercell. I don't know why I want to call it.
It's very hard.
And you pair to it. Now, the app is probably the biggest disappointment so far. The app is a little bit buggy, and the app it doesn't quite understand. Like I've refreshed the Bluetooth, and it seems to find a bunch of tether cells. It says new tether. It's hard to see because it's so pixelated, but these first two say new tether cell, as if it's just finding any Bluetooth device happens to be another tether cell. So this is the one that we just put the battery in, so it's going to connect, and now it's connected. So to show this off, I have a flashlight. And I was afraid that this would be a really difficult demo because the flashlight is made fully out of metal. We have this metal sort of military-grade flashlight to see if this would work. And I was afraid that the Bluetooth signal wouldn't get outside of it. But it actually ends up doing pretty well. And it also tells you the amount of battery power you have left. Oh, unfortunately, the Tethercell app has stopped. Like I said, the app so far is the biggest disappointment, but they may update this in the future. So it'll scan for my Tethercell, and it didn't find mine. Right before it did that,
So basically, you could turn on and off appliances in other people's homes.
Right, if
not your own.
If you have another one. Now, I had a AAA battery around here somewhere, but I think it may have ran off. If Josh or someone could get me a AAA battery. Did I drop it? Anyway, it tells you a few bits of information. One, which tether cell you have, and then also how much battery power is left in your current tether cell. And that's why I'm asking for a new battery, is because it said that it was really, really low right before the app crashed. So I'm thinking
I think that was performance level of the MC.
Right. Perhaps it was.
Really, really low.
So now that we have gotten a new battery, we can go ahead and refresh. And there it goes. It sees it, so we'll connect to it. There we go. See, there's this little green thing that I thought was battery power, but we just put a new thing in it, and it's not doing anything.
Still showing it not up.
Right. So you can see that this is turned on, this flashlight, and the moment that I tap it over here, it turns off. And so now you have a remote control battery. Now this might seem simple in just, execution, but this could be used inside of a gaming controller to make sure to turn off the gaming controller at a certain time. You could use...
if your kids are driving you crazy with the monkey with the symbol.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
You could say, oh, kids, I think the battery's going to go dead this minute.
Right. Absolutely. Or maybe a baby monitor in a room that you don't want to leave on all the time. You can now quickly turn it on. Now, like I said, not a huge fan of the app because there isn't some pretty basic things built in. You don't have any scheduling capabilities at the moment, at least the Android app. May be different on the iPhone or iPad, but I haven't found a way to tether or to schedule, and it just seems very buggy and crashy. Right now, it cannot find this current Tethercell. I keep trying to refresh and trying to get this Tethercell to work.
That's too bad.
Right. And
it's so funny that they got the hard part done.
They got the hard part. They got the thing that looks like a battery that you can put a AAA battery into, and it works just fine. And it may be that this metal enclosure on the flashlight that I'm using is just too difficult to break through the Bluetooth. I assume that it's Bluetooth 4 because I didn't really even have to pair much. The things that you do get with this are the ability to edit the name and the picture. So if you have multiple, you could say take a photo of the thing that this battery is in, so you know which one it is. You can also add a PIN code. So if you wanted to turn off the device, your kids couldn't just get onto the app and then disable it as well. You can disconnect or forget the Tethercell entirely. But that is the Tethercell. And it's out now. Now, the thing that I don't know is if you can buy it currently, because the Indiegogo has finished.
You know what? I think you can pre-order. Again, it went up way more than what they said. I think it's $39 and for some stupid reason, $10 to ship it. I mean, it's a AA battery.
Yeah.
How could it be $10 to ship it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, $35.
And $10 shipping, right?
Yeah, let me see if there's a shipping area. Guest. Continue as guest. Yeah, shipping address. I don't really want to fill this out right now.
Yeah, no. Anyway, you know what? I really need one of these for the most bizarre reasons. I have a lot of crap in the studio, and one of the fun things I have is a mirrored ball on the ceiling with LED blinking lights, and it runs on AA batteries.
Oh, cool.
And I have to get up on a ladder
to turn it on every single time.
To turn it on and off.
Yeah. Yep.
So this would be perfect for that.
It doesn't have to be just a single AA battery product. It could be 5 or 6 AA's. This one will just toggle the on and off of all the rest because it'll stop.
For all of them.
Right.
Yes. It's a great idea. And I'm glad that it's finally came out. I hope they fixed the app.
Yeah, and the thing is that they, like you said, they figured out the hard part. So just make sure that the app is a great experience. Add some key features like scheduling, or there's a few things that The other thing is you have to awareness for parents. You have to teach your parents to hide the other batteries because the kids could just take out the batteries.
Throw that out.
And just go.
Yes, right. And if you're worrying that this is going to go dead, that's why it's so clever that the AAA could go dead. So you just get a new AAA that fits inside the AA. It's just ingenious.
Right. If you want to make this a rechargeable battery, you can by just putting a rechargeable battery in it. It seems like a really, really great concept. And also, I just love, if anything, why don't we have more adapters that you can just adapt a AAA to a AA? Because that seems like a brilliant invention just in itself. That I have AAAs lying around, I want them to fit into AA's. Why doesn't that exist as a product.
Oh, it does.
It does? I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any. They need to sell it in Target more.
Yes, that's right. There's a whole plastic kit that makes C's into D's and triple. Yes.
It's exactly what I need. Exactly what I need.
Exactly.
Well, that is it for my crap. We have still coming up the Gadget Warehouse and a letter, but before we get to that, we have to thank Audible.com. You know Audible.com, they are the leading provider of audiobooks with over 150,000 downloadable titles across all types of literature. You have fiction, nonfiction, periodicals, everything that you could absolutely want to listen to, your audiobook needs is covered at Audible.com. Right now, I'm listening to some personal finance books from Rich Dad Media. That's a whole company that is getting me back on track with my finances. So they have some great self-improvement. And also a book that I think that you guys will absolutely love, and I think John will agree with me, is The Name of the Wind. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was John going, ooh, 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 yes. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss is by far my favorite fantasy book of all time. If you're like me, I kind of thought that the fantasy genre was a little bit played out. I was getting kind of tired of the knights and the kings and the warlocks and the wizards. Oh my gosh, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss changes all of that around. It's a world that you really feel like you're living in. I did all the cliches that we talk about Audible.com, where you just want to do chores for longer just so that you can continue listening. You just want to sit in your driveway just to finish this chapter, just to get to a great ending point in the book. And this book is just super hard to set down. So go ahead and check out The Name of the Wind. It's a trilogy, and unfortunately, the third book in the trilogy hasn't come out yet. So the next book, Wise Man's Fear, may be my second Audible pick. But you can get this book for free. Here's how you do it. You go to audible.com/Giz Wiz for your free book. It could be this book that I've just suggested, or any of your choice. So head on over to audible.com/Giz Wiz and enjoy listening this year with Audible. Okay, you know what time it is, Dick? It's time for Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Theme.
Now.
Theme.
They're geeky and they're goofy. Together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Oh, that foghorn never gets old.
No, and the great thing about that theme, Chad, is it just says they're goofy and they're loopy.
Yeah.
Together they are goofy. It still works.
It still works. It still
Maybe it
works.
works better than ever.
Okay. I'm definitely. So, are you goofy or loopy?
I'm moopy.
Moopy. Okay.
I'm gonna be moopy today.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, we're doing another Gadget Warehouse video, and I'm just gonna say because it'll be interesting when he opens his video. The email is to Dick and Chad. Here's my Gadget Warehouse submission, and now you can watch the video. Remember, he says Dick and Chad.
Oh, great.
So now play the video.
Hello, Dick and OMG Leo. I heard you running
yay!
So I thought this might be my best chance to get on your show.
OMG Leo.
A long time ago when I was in junior high living in Hawaii, and this was pre-internet, and I don't think my dad had bought us our Apple II Plus yet. Late at night, I would use my clock radio
He has an
to listen
antler
to an
condition.
AM channel that was broadcasting across the Pacific Ocean into California, from California.
What's do?
And it was CBS Radio, and it would play classic comedy clips from Bob Newhart, Bob Hope, and Bill Cosby. And I couldn't always stay up late at night because I had school in the morning. So I cobbled together a system. I got a mechanical timer and I tape deck, and I would put the tape deck on record, set the mechanical timer, set my clock radio for late at night, and hopefully I had both clocks set the same, and it would record my show, and then I could watch it later, listen to it later in the day. Well, my dad took pity upon me, and he bought me a replacement gadget.
The Nintendo? Oh, no.
From Radio Shack. It was the Chrono Set 237.
Oh, wow.
It was an AM/FM clock radio, but it also had a built-in tape deck.
I miss those
and
buttons.
I could set the
I
clock
never ever saw this gadget.
for an alarm, and I could actually automatically record my show late at night. It was so awesome, it was reliable, and it worked every time. And I didn't have to worry about setting two different clocks and trying to get them to synchronize. This thing still works. The radio is kind of scratchy because the volume isn't quite, it's quite scratchy. But I've now given it to my daughter, and it's now her alarm clock. And nowadays, when I'm listening to podcasts, I use iCatcher on my iPhone to do the same thing that I used to do with this gizmo. And I'm much happier with the podcast. We've enjoyed your show, and my kids roll their eyes as I listen to Twitch TV too much. But my youngest son has been so impressed by Dick and your show, the Giz Wiz, that he's actually drawn me a picture, which I've posted up on your Twitter feed. Anyway, thank you guys for your show, and continue to make me laugh, or else.
Or else. You wouldn't believe it. The guys who made that gadget were called Tavo. Later on, anyway, no, it's TiVo of the radio.
TiVo. Anyway, that was Roy A. Alderman, and he says, now instead of CBS radio comedy hours late at night, I listen to the Giz Wiz for my laughs. So, Roy, thank you. You're going to get some sort of piece of junk. Ooh. You're not going to get that battery, because if anybody gets it, I want it.
You want it.
I want it. We'll send you a Mad Magazine, a 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman picture, so send us your address, Roy. And if you want to submit a video to the Giz Wiz, and Roy said, I know you guys are desperate, so that's why I'm sending this in now.
Thanks.
So send us a video. Any of these categories. I bought a piece of crap. I invented this. Our favorite is My Gadget Warehouse, where you find something like Roy did. That tape deck is 30 years old, still working. But anything you have around, just 2 to 3 minute video, no longer than that. Post it on YouTube and send us a link, and that goes to gizwiz@twit.tv. It can also be your favorite gadget of all time. Twit.tv. Hopefully you'll get fame and zero fortune as we show it here on the Giz Wiz.
I was trying to think. I got to find a Gadget Warehouse pic of my own somewhere.
Oh, you did a Giz Fizz, and you mentioned something. I forgot what it was, and I said, I said, OMG, Chad.
OMG.
You should make a video about that. I forgot what it was. Look around your house. I forgot what it was that you said you had. But.
Yeah, I gotta have something. I've been a geek for too long to not have. And I'm sure you out there in the audience, same thing. Just rummage around your house, find that thing that you love, make a video of it, and send it on.
Or that you don't even use, but for some reason you can't throw it out.
Yes. Yes, that's how you know
what we want.
Good.
That's the kind of stuff we want.
Does a balloon pump work? Have a balloon pump.
Yes, as long as you have a good story that goes.
It's a good story. I don't even know if we still have it here or not. It's in the anyway. Well, we'll do that later. It is time now for the letters.
Here come the letters. Those lovely letters. Here come the Giz Wiz letters.
Woo! Love that jingle. Love that jingle.
This says, hi, Dick and Chad. And the first time I didn't have to cross out Leo and put Chad in. It's really says Chad.
Wow.
Dick and Chad, I love the show. It's great to see Chad co-hosting it. Yada, yada, yada.
Thanks.
How about replacing crap from Sky Mall with crazy crap from the future? Then he says, clearly, I'm not very good with names. Many Asian websites sell crazy gadgets like the James Bond watch you showed in episode 1451. That was just last week. Some even offer free shipping to the U.S. and Europe. I would gladly recommend a website or two, but I don't want you guys to think I work for them. It would be fun to see you review affordable yet crazy, cutting-edge-ish gadgets like that. Warm regards from Poland. Oh, my word. Ooh. Like Magic. It's M-A-C. How would you pronounce this? M-A-C-I-E-J.
M-A-C-I-E-J. Message.
Okay.
I'd say marriage. It's great to see you.
Yeah, like that.
Glad you wrote in.
Mr. M, thank you so much for your suggestion.
Merrick is someone
And Jeff
saying.
Needles, if you're listening, would you start just getting stuff from Asian websites, please?
I agree. Feel free to email back those links to
I was just going to say the same thing. Yes, if you have crazy links, you know, we're not looking for the stuff that's $800 and $900, but cheapy crap. No. You know, $30.
Divide that by 100, maybe $8 or $9 is kind of what we're looking for. Right. Yeah. Well, anyway. That's a great suggestion, and I'd be totally down for that. Jeff is still working very hard. We have a few gadgets available coming up here, and some of them are going to be really fun.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Anything as fun as making your own gum?
We have some smelly stuff.
Oh, okay. No, he emailed me and he said, is this too close? Chad did the make your own gum kit, and I'm thinking of getting him make your own bubble gum kit. What do you think? You think that's too close?
You know, I don't know. I think that's enough diversity in the product line. We were not able to make bubbles with the other.
No, that's true now. Outside of Alex trying to blow a bubble and spitting it across the room.
Right. There were gifts made. Later. Well, you know what? It's time for you guys to head on over to gizwiz.biz and play What the Heck Is It? Head on over just to the main page and scroll on down over on the side. What the heck is it? In awesome red background and white font. And look at that.
That's it. And we always tell people it's a real gadget, and it's not part of a gadget.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. You know, people, I don't mind it when people send me a picture of a gadget and say, what the heck is it? And then I can play it, and if I like it, I use it as the gadget of the week. But people keep sending me, and I go, oh, you know, is it this? They go, no, it's the bottom half of a camera.
This is the torn-off box top from
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is a gadget, and that's the whole gadget.
It's a wooden table. You can tell by the wood grain.
With a handle, with a purple handle.
Right, with a purple handle.
Now that we've given it away totally.
Oh, man. I think that it's an extension for your bicycle. You put it on the back of your bike, and then someone with rollerblades can grab onto it and zoom away.
Wow, you see, you should send that in. Now, we prefer, we give 12 mads for the real answer. But we give up to 24 autograph mads for crazy, silly answers that we like. So that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Perfect. Anything else we got to plug before we head out?
No, I think we've done it all.
Woohoo! Another Giz Wiz. Make sure you email in your videos, gizwiz@twit.tv. And make sure you subscribe to the show, twit.tv/GizWiz. That way you get it every single week. You won't miss an episode.
Are we recording these now?
Yeah. on tape, yes.
Oh, on tape. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, I didn't know we were recording
them. If you subscribe to our mailing list with your address, we will mail you a VHS once the previous viewers are finished with it and send it back.
Perfect.
It's
perfect. So it could be
efficient.
a while.
Very efficient.
Could be a while.
Right, it could be. Please rewind once you finish watching the tape, because we don't have enough interns to rewind.
And if you're in Petaluma, come by the window.
Right, exactly. The window is open. If you want to know what
time. If you're on 82nd Street, come by Disneyland.
Right, absolutely. We have been recording around 4:30 now. Keep your eyes peeled to the Twit calendar, twit.tv/cal, to see when we record, because it may be shifting around. We've been getting started early, just because we want to get out of here before Ham Nation starts. So keep your eyes peeled to twit.tv/cal.
Yeah, those guys on Ham Nation, they are mean.
Oof, they will push us around.
Threatening letters.
Oh my gosh.
You dirty.
I can hear what they're saying. Their airwaves are going straight through my house, and they nonstop.
Yeah, I know.
Making fun. Well, that about wraps it up. We will be recording next week, and I'll be here. There we go. I'll be here.
Weekly daily Giz Wiz, a weekly Giz Wiz.